What's going on, guys? It's Tony with Urban Girl Scout Media, living the dream as always, coming to you today on a hot and gorgeous June 6th to, well, I guess just kind of free flow on it for a bit. I'm going to talk about the George Floyd race issue that's really captivated our country, and I'm going to be upfront and honest with you guys. When George Floyd's death became public knowledge, I watched the video, and I didn't watch a lot of the protesting, mainly because right off the bat it was very conflicting information from both sides. Was one side being aggressive? Was the police brutality truthful? Things like that. I decided just to focus on, what was going on. What issues do we need to fix to prevent this? Like, it's no longer, I don't care about the protesting. At the time of, I thought to myself, we just need to focus on these issues and what's going on that can actually fix it. Besides protesting, what are we doing to avoid future crimes against the African American community or police brutality in general? What are we doing to stop this? So today I had a chance to sit down and watch some of the other protest stuff, and the George Floyd video is tough. The Dan Le Batard reading the transcript is tough. And right after that, something I saw, his last name escapes me, but it was an African-American reporter for CNN. His first name was Omar. He was arrested on live TV. Showing his credentials, asking where they're supposed to go, trying to report what the police are telling people to stay home. He was arrested, and then his crew was arrested. I believe he was detained for close to an hour. And the video does not show him being told why he was arrested. He does not find that out when he's first being arrested. He is detained while doing his job as free press. He is detained. And it's funny because that's the press. Police have been opening up with tear gas and rubber bullets, not just towards the press, but also towards protesters. Even when protesters are citing that they're not being violent. Damn, I mean, there was a 75-year-old man that was pushed to the ground and started bleeding out of his ear because of the force, and he was just standing there. There was no threat from him. Go watch the damn video. And the police tried to lie. But yet, about a month ago, these dick slaps in Michigan were protesting with automatic rifles, armed to the teeth. Automatic rifles. And not a single government official or military member or armed service member got out there and started firing rubber bullets and tear gas at them. Meanwhile, protesters who are out here discussing and trying to lash out against injustice, and I'm sorry, am I the only one here who saw George Floyd murdered? Like, it's time for shit to be dealt with. There's that one guy, I want to say, I know he's Hispanic because he's the only Hispanic police officer in his precinct. I believe he's in San Diego, where he was taunting protesters and then fired rubber bullets at them. Yeah. That's what your government's doing, guys. This is no longer about race. This is about inhumane treatment towards people that those in power see as less than equals. Even though they breathe the same air, even though they contribute more to society, even though they live on the same planet, these fucknuts in power absolutely look down upon these communities. And what's terrible is that one of the first communities that falls into that is the black community, or really any non-white community. I mean, seriously, guys, this is the easiest stance that any of you will ever have to make. The easiest fucking stance. And I'm blown away with how awful things have gotten. Protesters showed up in Michigan, armed, threatening government officials because they wanted to go back to work during a pandemic. Nothing was done. Go watch the video of Omar. Go watch the video of Omar from CNN with his badge out, telling them, his credentials out, telling them, I am here putting your message out. They arrested him. I had someone this past week break down into tears and say to me, is this what it was like in the 60s? Is this the fall of freedom? And that person was a female and an African American. And that person couldn't get through the sentence without breaking down into tears. And that's been resonating with me all week. Because every single day, this issue becomes more divisive, more casualties get in the way of this, or are impacted by it, however you want to look at it, and nothing's being done. We're going to continue to break this down and fragment groups, and what it comes down to is we just need to figure out a way to be better. And I mean, I'm going to tell you guys right now, like, if society makes the rules, we are society, and it's time to rewrite the rules. We need to teach our kids that it doesn't matter what your skin color is, what your ethnicity, your gender, your religion, your sexual preference. Nothing in that category matters. What matters is who the person is. And until we start doing that, like, you don't have to go out and protest. You don't have to change your social media statuses or whatever it is. What you have to do, though, is start practicing these things. Teach your children. Talk to your friends and family. Explain to them. Don't just... Social media is cheap. Make people look you in the eye and have these conversations. Because I'm telling you right now, this is the easiest stance any of you are ever going to have an opportunity to stand behind and be 100% right. Easiest stance ever. I mean, it just blows my mind. I cannot believe that in 2020, we are still so stuck on what someone looks like as the end-all be-all of what they deserve. I don't know what to tell you guys. If at this point you don't get it, then you're not going to get it. I've been saying that all lives matter because that's something that I tell children. When I interact with my nieces and my nephews and things like that, I tell these kids, like, we have to remember, everybody's important. Don't devalue any person. And that mindset that I have is, I want to bring people who feel they're above equality back a little bit. Just like I want to bring those same people that they that the higher class believe are below equality into it. I know that's a very tough thing to establish, and I know that we can't have equality until all lives can't matter until Black lives matter. And that's absolutely true. I'm one of those people that I try to find the easiest way to get the most support for something, and saying all lives matter to me shows everybody, hey, we're in this together. Give peace a chance. But at the end of the day, all lives cannot matter until Black lives matter, until gay lives matter, until female lives matter, until Hispanic lives matter, until every life matters. Not all lives will matter. That's just the truth. And I'm telling you guys, you have to believe me when I say it. This is the easiest stance you will ever be offered. So get out there and practice this. Don't just put it on social media. Don't just Blackout Tuesdays or whatever it is that we're doing on social media. Don't just go and protest and scream about it. We have to take this back to our communities. We are society. Society is the one who makes the rules. It is time for us to rewrite the rules.